So as we said, okay, let's go ahead and create a function. So the syntax is very simple. Now we understand that the main here is indeed its own function. So we need to get outside of the main function to create another function. Okay, so I'm going to say fun. In this case, let's call this say hello like this. Okay, so this is the syntax. And then we have to add, of course, our curly braces to say that there is the block of our function. So here I can just say something very simple. Say print like that. This is a function like this. Now, the whole idea of a function, as we said, is it's just a way for us to package up certain statements and logic, right, into its own entity, and then we can use it. The great thing here is that we can call this anywhere we want. Mainly, we can call inside of another function. So, in this case, I'm going to say something like say hello like this, and you can see that Android Studio actually helps us right away to say, okay, I think you meant to say hello function, right? So we can just hit enter, and there we go, and now it's called. And make sure you understand that when we call a function, we need to, of course, pass the parentheses as such. Okay, so now if we run this, and you can see it says this is a function because we've called say hello inside of main, and remember main is the entry point to any Kotlin program. Okay, it's very good. So obviously in this enclosed body here, we can do all sorts of things, right? We can use, for instance, say something like for, right? That for loop, you can say I in 1 through 100. We want to also say if I %sign 2 is equal to 0, meaning that we have numbers that are divisible by 2, then we can go ahead and take this and put inside there and say I is multiple of 2, something like this. Okay, so now if I run this, because say hello is still being called, you can see that we have this working. Let's say print ln to make it even, so we have a line break. There we go. Let's run again. So this just makes it easier to read. So 2 is multiple of 2, 4, and so forth, up to 100. All right. So there we go. We have the method say hello. And there we have it. Because again, we're inside of our function. We can do all sorts of things here and then be able to call it. This is its own entity, if you will. And we can package it all up inside of this curly braces. This is the body of our function. And we can call that function by its name.